It is Jason Abraham, the shadow teacher. And if you look at the decor behind me, it looks like I traveled back in time. And maybe I did. Or maybe I just happened to reside in a home that's been in my family for 3 generations. And living in this space, being here in this past year, I've been in and out of it over the past decade, but really being here by myself for the past year, a certain practice, the importance of a certain practice is really starting to show up and call me to actively get more involved. And that practice is Feng Shui. Now, I'm more inclined to live like a gypsy. As being a musician, I was just kind of used to crashing into space, going out, fighting for my mission, and not really thinking too much about my dwellings. Just being able to crash on a floor, get my gear, and go was the way I lived my life for a long time. But now that I'm in this space, it's been brought to my attention. My girlfriend of 8 years said to me, Jason, a lot of the stuckness that you're feeling, if you work on cleaning up that house, a lot of this is going to open up for you. And then that same lesson was brought back to my attention by another good friend recently. And so even though I'm not naturally inclined to declutter and really do all this kind of stuff, I do see the value of it. And so I've disciplined myself to make sure every single week I'm taking stuff out of this house, either throwing it away or giving it away. And part of my resistance to that is the memories that I held. For the longest time, I felt maybe that I didn't deserve to be here. And by me doing this, I was being disrespectful to my ancestors, disrespectful to my family who worked so hard to get this home, family who lived through the Great Depression. And the Great Depression was a time where people, the type of behavior today would be looked at as hoarding, but at that time when scarcity was the day-to-day issue of so many people just held on to everything they possibly could because you just didn't know when you'd get your next meal. Didn't know, you couldn't just simply go out and replace something when it was broken. You had to really make use of what you had and hold on to what you had. And my grandmother, who lived through that, she never quite got out of that mentality and kept a lot of stuff. So it's been really challenging decluttering and moving things out. There's been a lot of work to do. But as I'm doing this, I'm feeling old memories, both good and sad, rise up. I'm feeling memories of my ancestors. I'm having them communicate with me, and I'm communicating with them. And as I'm doing this, this is becoming a sacred work where I'm setting them free because pieces of them are attached to this house, and their souls want to be free, but because of the attachment here, it's not allowing that. This house is actually haunted. There are spirits here. Not all bad, but either way, my work right now is to set them free. And by me setting them free, I'm also setting myself free to move on to my next venture. And that, again, this is not easy work. Going to the gym, taking care of my body, that's easy. Making videos, doing creative work, that's easy. But doing Feng Shui, that is very hard for me, but yet that is probably the most important work I can do on a regular basis right now. So I realize that, and I'm saying yes to it. I'm doing that. So again, this video is not so much about a how-to Feng Shui. I'm just sharing my personal experience, what I'm feeling, the energy, the entities that are being released. my communication with them. And most of all, what's useful is that this is not something that's easy. It's something that I see the value in, but I don't want to do. So I have to make myself do it. I have to make myself do it every single week. And there's got to be something in your life that you may feel that way about too, a task that's going to have more value than you could ever imagine, but you just don't want to do. And I'm just saying to you, look in to see what that may be. What is that particular task? And simply start chipping away at it. And then again, I can maybe up my time to doing multiple times a week, but right now, weekly is what I can handle, so I'm doing that. That being said, be well, be at peace, and I will see you on the other side.